All right, welcome back, friends. So last week we wrote poems about Alf, Annabetta, and Sal, and we wrote an alphabet poem. It was awesome hearing what your favorite letters were and hearing the sentences that you made with the letters. This week we're going to write our last kind of poem, and this poem is called a five senses poem. So we're going to talk about what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we touch or feel, and what we taste. So what we're going to write about is a place. So I want you to think for a second. Think of your favorite place. It could be the beach. It could be going to the zoo or the aquarium. It could be going to grandma or grandpa's house, something that reminds you of their house. It could be a favorite vacation that you had. It could be anything. So I am going to show you. I'm going to try to show you. I hope it works. I'm going to try to show you one of my favorite places. So give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. So this is a picture of, it's called Boathouse Row, and it's in Philadelphia. So when I was in college, I used to row on this last one right here. That's where I would row out of. This is one of my favorite places to go. And now that it's starting to warm up outside, I'm like, oh man, I would love to be able to go back on the water. But this is one of my favorite places. I spent lots of time here. So I am going to write my place poem about Boathouse Row. There's fun. All right. So the first thing that we need to do, as always, is we need to write our name. All right, so there is my name. And then you see this line up here. And what you're going to do there is you're going to write the place, the name of the place that you are writing about. So I am going to be writing about the name of something. So I'm going to use uppercase letters. But if you just write park or backyard or beach, you don't have to write it. But if you write like your favorite beach is Wildwood Beach, the W would be capitalized in Wildwood or Ocean City because that's a place. So I'm going to try to angle it down, turn it some so you can maybe see what Mrs. Carmody writes. So on this first line up here, I'm going to write Boathouse Row. House. I have the name of my place. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the next line. And that next line says, I see. So since I haven't been there in a while, I'm going to close my eyes. And I looked at my picture, which you can also look at a picture, but I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to think of something that I remember seeing when I would row. Ooh, I remember. So I see. I'm going to pinch your pencil. There we go. I see boats, remembering finger spaces, rowing by. And at the end of my sentence, I always used to love seeing the boats row by, so I'm going to put an exclamation point because that was exciting to me. So, I'm writing about Boathouse Row. I see boats rowing by. My next sentence is I hear. One of the things I would always hear in the boat is the water moving underneath the boat. So I hear moving water. The next one is I smell. And in the springtime, I always remember when we would row, I would smell the flowers or the cherry blossoms that were blooming. So I smell flowers. Our next one is I feel or I touch. You can pick whichever one goes with what you're writing. So I am going to write, when I was in the boat, I would feel the cool water. And our last one says I taste. Now, when I would row, we would have races, and there was always food at our races. So I remember one of my friend's dads, he would always make Philly cheesesteaks. So I'm gonna write I taste Philly cheesesteaks. So this is what your poem is gonna look like. It's gonna be pretty simple. You just have to think of the things that you send to the place. So we'll read mine together. Boathouse row. I see boats rowing by. I hear moving water. I smell flowers. I feel cool water. I taste Philly cheesesteaks. So on Thursday when we get together, I want you to tell me, you can either, if your whole poem's done, you can read your whole poem, or if it's not done, you can read part. You can tell me some of the things that you are going to write about. So I cannot wait to hear your poems on Thursday night. Talk to you soon.